going on, guys? Welcome to Steve Does Stuff. I'm Steve. Today, we're going drifting. Our boy Rhett is competing in the Canadian Drift Series. It's a new drifting league for Ontario. This is their season opener first competition round. He is in street class. We're just gonna see what happens. We are headed to Toronto Motorsports Park. Gates open at 8. No real high expectations. Super excited to see how this thing goes. They seem to have it really well organized and super screwed down, so should be a good time. Let's do it. Fresh window, street class. Had to trim the other foot off of it because small car problems.
I'm just checking just to make sure everything I did was okay, because I was messing with the RPM limiter and I played around a bunch. So last thing I want is the limiter set at 4,000 and the car doesn't go anywhere. So.
No, that would be terrible. Also, the broken axle mount is now fixed.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's supposed to be attached. Oh. Everything's looking pretty good. Not gonna let this happen again. The trunk is empty. All right, so Rhett's done with the driver's meeting. There are 18 people in street class today. General rules for this one are, for street class, absolutely zero contact. If you hit someone, you're out. If you get two wheels off, you're out. You straighten, that's a DQ. If you reinitiate, you're out. So pretty reasonable for street car. Right now, it's about 9:30. So we got an hour of warm-up track time. I think we're gonna throw the worst tires on there to get a feel for it. Then we're gonna throw the comp tires on, zip tie a bunch of stuff, check a bunch of stuff, and just let it rip, tater, chip. Track's hot. Boys going out for practice.
Like I just want to say, first little practice for the day. Just trying to knock a roll up.
Some practice.
It was good. It was good. Kind of still feeling out the car. I haven't really driven it much, so pretty interesting. It's still super fast, but yeah, having a little funk in the rear, so I'm just gonna make sure everything's okay. But it's going good.
Wait,
Sort me out with some 12s. If I can just get one or two of these to tighten, then we're okay.
Practice is over, and we are setting up the first few battles. Fortunately, they have an odd number of people, so Rhett is getting a bye run first. His first battle will be in the second round, so there'll already be some people out, and he's already been lined up against the other guy who gets the bye run. Can't remember his name. He's number 9. He's in a 350. Had a little bit of a spin there, so it's probably going to be a far back chase run until he knows that he's settled, and then he's going to surge up on him. If he's leading, I don't think he's going to have an issue gapping him, but right now we're just going to hang out, watch the show, and wait till Rhett's up. Not exactly the best first run. We'll let him explain what happened, but you still got a chance. Way more of a nail biter than we were hoping for. First lead run spun, not great. Then the 350 goes off, but pulls out a win by the skin of his teeth. So after Rhett's spin, he knocked off the bumper. And everyone was screaming at him, including me on the radio. And unfortunately, it's not good, but it's not terrible. Might clean it up, put it back on, keep sending it. We'll let the big man make the decision. Saving grace being it didn't really touch the corner lights, which, as I understand it, these are horrifically expensive. Kind of just like everything else on an 8.6. What the frick happened out there, Rhett?
Got too excited and looped the car. Just the heart rate was through the roof, and yeah, never competed before, so I feel like that's the hardest thing, is just calming your nerves. But yeah, looped the car first run and got really lucky. He made a mistake in his chase, I think, and yeah, we one more time and then figured it out. But it was still a messy battle. I made tons of mistakes.
From a spin to a win.
I'll take it.
All right, so we're moving on. Go back out there.
We are.
Bumper is back on. A little crunchier than it was before. All right, so just got word from Rhett. He's going to be up against Brandon in the white Foxbody Mustang. Guy Brandon, don't know him personally, but I've seen him drive. He's a gangster. He's super consistent. So this next battle is going to come down to mistakes and who can be more consistent. I think if Rhett just settles down, hopefully gets a chase run first, he can feel him out a little more, and that'll give him the confidence to really be able to kind of relax and do a good entry. I've seen him drive well, but I don't know if it's the nerves. I don't know if it's like the stop and start. Like usually when we come here, we're driving. It's never a problem, but I mean, this is a whole different animal, and my hat's off to him because I'm not doing it, that's for sure. All right, so it looks like Rhett won. There was never an official announcement, or if there was, I certainly missed it, but he won, so we're gonna go change some tires, gas him up, and I guess he moves on to top 4. I don't really know how this works. We'll figure it out. How'd the second battle go?
Good, way better. Felt way better. Butterflies are out. Brandon gave me a really good lead, and honestly, when you have guys that give you consistent leads, you can actually chase well. So kudos to him. Yeah, I chased and it was okay, and then the lead was okay. I made a few mistakes, but seemed all right. So we're on through. I thought it was gonna be one more time, honestly.
It's hard to tell from where I was, but it looks like you had better proximity on him. Who knows? I don't know. It was super close.
From in the car, he had the most proximity, at least for the guys I've driven with today.
Gotcha.
So he did awesome, and just helps to have a better consistent driver. But
sick.
We'll keep going.
So on to top 4 basically, right?
Yep.
So Rhett's up against a S13. It's slower, low power, so if he gets the lead first, which he has, I think he's got a chance. He's just got to not mess up the chase. Here we go.
And then to offset that, we have a KA powered 240 Hustle really only added started out almost rip.
It would burn us over the line because I'm not sure why we're doing it. Yeah, bad feet.
We'll have a much easier time sweeping.
Rhett's first top 4 battle. He got the lead, gapped him, held a pretty decent line and a ton of gap on him, so hoping that's going to be enough. It's going to be made up on the chase for this one for sure.
Right, this will be a good race. Please, man.
Setting the pace. Getting a lot more sideways than last run. Different cars driving very similar. Almost passing in the last corner.
So yeah, I just did the battle with Steve, and he drove really well. I was just being a little bit too aggressive in chase, and I think I put down a really good lead, but I was just being way too aggressive in chase. Choked myself out, and the very last corner, I chopped the track because I choked myself out and put what the judges said was 2 tires down, which I definitely did, into the curb, and that disqualified me. And I think Steve got a really good lead and chase and whatnot. So I think in the future I just gotta know and just back up on guys, because I think street class, they're not looking for, you know, dooring people, maybe like a car length of proximity, and I think that's what bit me.
So Steve is going to move on. Rhett is now in a battle for 3rd. So we're going to try and get the camera in there real quick. Fingers crossed he can go from spin to landing in 3rd, which would be a really great result for his first time in battle.
disclaimer, we're working on it. These are, the big checks are for picks. We got to keep them for now, and we got to fix the price on that one anyways, but we're working on it. We're working on it. In the new Edge Mustang is Jeff. Amazing job, Street Class. That was tough. Well done.
Third place with this lad. Look at him go. So that is going to do it for the first competition round of the Canadian Drift Series. As far as the result is concerned for Rhett, you can't really ask for much better considering he spun on his first run, his first lead run, and then came all the way back to end up on the podium. It's really hard to argue with that. Some great driving all day by all sorts of people in street and pro. Super great event. I'm not a big competition guy because I just want to go out and have fun, but this was really well run. It was on time, it's respectful of everybody's time, and they had the track in the back for drivers who got knocked out to keep driving. Overall, awesome day doing car stuff with friends, meeting lots of nice people, hanging out, and just watching cars go sideways. So you can't really ask for much more than that. But that's going to do it for this episode of Steve Does Stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.